show today.
Big show. Tell the audience, everybody. Welcome to Attack of the Show. We are TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. What's up, everybody? I'm Olivia Munn.
And I'm Kevin Pereira. It's Tuesday, June 3rd, and we're coming to you live from the G4 studios right here in Los Angeles.
On the show today, shin kicking. And around today, we're taking you back to Gloucestershire, England to witness the very brutal British shin kicking championships. And then we'll settle some of mankind's great feuds with shin kicking live in our studio. TV Tuesday, and Chris Gard is here to review Semi-Pro, Meet the Spartans, and Control, the story of the late Joy Division frontman Ian Curtis that won the Cannes Film Festival last year.
All right, folks, and in fresh ink, Blair Butler gives us a look at some of the best new comic books out there, including the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer comics, Starman, and Black Adam Dark Age, where you actually root for the supervillain.
Aww.
Not too bad. Then you've probably lit firecrackers from a can, but you've never seen it done like this. Great moments in Diev will reach glorious new lows straight from a girl's butt. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Glad I came to work today.
I wonder what happens at the end of that one. Excuse me. Time now to run down the top 5 things on the
I love
left.
that you giggle at that every time.
You're really good at making fart noises.
We're going around the net.
Make a long, billowy one. Goodbye.
Oh, chant like you mean it. We begin today with a number 5 video coming to us from a weird, wonderful, and undisclosed location. Now, a very, very vocal minority say that there are shenanigans in this video, yet I enjoyed it so much that, frankly, I don't give a damn if there are. We're showing it.
Okay, well, here's a fella showing us his Halloween fireworks with some dueling banjos and a little too much magnesium.
I just was experimenting with fireworks for Halloween. Okay, let's try this out here. Holy smokes.
Totally legit. Totally legit.
It is clearly shenanigans. Shenanigans. Thank
It's
you.
too enjoyable to brand, okay?
No.
So we will... No.
We're going to brand it.
I'm leaping in front of it. I'm leaping in front of that brand. You can't brand it, and we're moving on. That's
Hey,
it.
hold
I just
on a
took one.
second.
I took one for the video.
Shenanigans.
Yeah! Hey, remember when I wanted to do it, or I didn't want to do it, but then you wanted to do it, and then it went up anyways? That's just happened.
Brand this whole show, because that's what it's really become.
Brand it!
Just brand it. Go ahead. There you go.
Shenanigans.
Yeah! Things get creepy today at number 4. It's a video of a dude working out, and he's working out hard.
Something I will never again be after seeing this, actually. There he is, folks. Come on, give it to him. You just met the guy that ruined boobs for everyone.
Forever.
Yeah. All right, coming in at number 3, we're checking in with the local ABC 25 News in Jacksonville, Florida.
All right, guys. Here's the deal, okay? Celebrities are forced to sit through hundreds of interviews.
Boy, don't we know.
Oh, if I had a nickel, I would have a nickel.
Coffee.
Okay, so basically celebrities like us sit through hundreds and thousands of interviews with local news stations from around the country when they're out promoting things, and sometimes they get tired of it. Ladies and gentlemen, here's some murder, mayhem, and Tony Danza.
Tony, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
About being on these things.
1, 2, 3, 4,
You end up on
5.
those news shows so often, you know? And those news shows are terrible.
Tony.
I'm going to be part of the local news. How exciting. You
I know, I
right
can hear
after murder and mayhem and the rescue in California, Tony Danza. I'm so excited.
Okay,
So anyway.
Tony, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we're going to start the interview now. No murder and mayhem, just the interview about your movie. You ready?
All right, fine. Oh, you heard me, huh?
Oh, every bit of it.
Okay. Phenomenal clip. Really great. Just one question for you, though.
What's that?
Who's the boss? Tony Danza's the boss!
That's right! Eat it, local news! I love
Was that a piece of Tony Danza that they were eating, or what were they actually?
That was my Bradley Cooper from Wedding Crashers moment. Or not the friend of Bradley Cooper. The friend of Bradley Cooper in Wedding Crashers, and he was like. And at number 2 today, we're heading back to Gloucestershire, England to see more merry, mindless madness.
Yes, last week we witnessed their cheese rolling competition where people risked life and limb chasing rolls of cheese down a hill.
And now the Crazy Redcoats are back at it with the British Shin Kicking Championships.
So they stuff their pants with straw.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they grapple in the grass.
Yeah.
Then they kick the shins with all their might. Doesn't make any sense, but that's why we love it.
Yeah.
Disputes should be settled this way.
Yeah. Well, you know, we love it. And look, there's a reason. There's a reason that we here at Attack the Show love it so much. Okay, like, you know, like the cheese rolling, Gloucestershire is, you know, their shin kicking competition usually happens after hours. Everybody knows
about
that.
3 or 4 days after.
But of course, with leap year, it's gotten everything out of whack.
Happens
so
again. So it's hard to believe it's been a year since we last did this, but let's do it. Ye old Attack of the Show Shin Kick!
Difference in the world because we are going to settle some of mankind's greatest feuds through shin kicking.
Yes, up today we are settling a legendary conflict that has ravaged our nation for the last 150 years. Let's meet our first competitor, Olivia.
Abraham Lincoln! He is our nation's 16th president, comes in at 64, has a huge dong, and blames himself love of fast food as the reason for their secession.
Wow. Congratulations. Here's the other opponent, longtime nemesis, Ronald McDonald. Oh,
yeah, look at that.
Ronald serves over 43 million people a day. He's a clown that walks with a big shoe and blames Lincoln for the abolition of the Hamburglar.
Wow.
Terrible. Yeah.
Wow. Tonight, it is...
Gave him the slip.
All right, tonight it's Abe Lincoln versus Ronald McDonald. 30 seconds on the clock.
Wait, no, we don't want to see this for 30 seconds.
We don't?
That's a long time to watch shin kicking.
How long should
Let's do like 15.
All right, 15 seconds.
15 seconds on the clock. Ready, set, shin kick! Oh, Ronald's losing some straw already. They both have a great grip, but I think Ronald's shoes are going to be the deciding factor here. Lincoln looks tired. I don't think Lincoln has it. Lincoln's going down. Lincoln's going down. Oh my God! The South has been avenged. Abe is hurt. Ronald is starting with burgers. Oh my God! Oh, that's so. This is exactly how it went down the first time at Ford's Theater. It's exactly the same thing.
Oh gosh.
Thank you for that, though. Go ahead. Oh.
June 3rd, 2008. Never forget. Again.
Yeah, always remember, folks.
Always.
That was a pivotal event. I wonder if they've updated his wiki by now.
Oh, our fans.
Oh, there it is.
There it
Wiki updated. Those guys are quick.
Oh.
Well done, internets. And our favorite thing on the web today comes from Mr. Carl Weathers.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Not the guy from Die Hard. Yeah. It's the guy from the Rocky movies and Arrested Development.
Yeah. Now, around the office, he's often confused with Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
But Carl Weathers is a bona fide cult hero in the vein of Jesse the Body Ventura. And after some digging, we found a weekly online campaign he's been doing where he drops the Action Jackson persona to remind us that change is beautiful.
If I was a caterpillar and you were a caterpillar, I would metamorphosize into a butterfly so that you could see the vast potential of your great beauty. And then you would change. And we would have changed. And it would be beautiful. Change is beautiful.
Creepy. A little on the creepy side.
A little bit.
Carl's campaign is actually a viral for credit unions of Washington, and we don't know what a credit union has to do with Carl Weathers, but his cheery creepiness, it didn't exactly brighten my day. Yeah, let me just get one original breast and 2 sides. Let's go with, you guys have Spanish rice? I have to go with Carl's here. Hey, Carl. What's up?
To me, a smile is the sunrise of the gesture universe. A smile positions you as a positive force in the universe about to begin anew. A smile creates change. A smile changes moods.
Yeah, you know what would change my mood, Carl? The 20 bucks you owe me. Can I get my 20 bucks?
Can I get a smile?
You know, you can get a smile when you give me my 20 bucks, Carl.
Can I get a smile?
All right, Carl. Yeah, you want a smile? Fine. All right. There's a smile right here. Yeah. Right for it? Here comes your smile. Look at that smile, Carl. Look at that smile.
Congratulations. You just changed my day. And change is beautiful.
You just ruined my day. Thanks, Carl. Security, please. Yeah, turns out we have no security.
Yeah, can you stop clapping? Because I want to know who keeps letting Carl Weathers into the building. He keeps harassing Kevin. Who?
Look, the interns don't know any better. So you dress them up like Abe Lincoln and Ronald McDonald and throw hamburgers at them.
That is true.
To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
And don't forget to catch 10 o'clock show tonight.
Oh, why, Olivia? What's going on in the 10 o'clock show?
I usually miss it. It features our ATN After Hours.
You're a busy girl. You got a lot of stuff going on.
No, usually around that time I'm watching TV.
Watching other shows. Okay.
Yeah. It has exclusive videos. Tonight you'll see a girl fight between hot chicks dressed as video game.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. This apparently is what you've been building up to your entire life. So make sure to tune in.
I will.
You will?
You're going to tune in tonight, aren't you?
Well, probably not.
No, she won't. Right now it's time for the only news you need to know. Here's Layla Cayley and the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, despite all the excitement about the upcoming 3G iPhone, Apple can't do better than second place in the smartphone market. Plus, you might be paying extra for your internet downloads if an experiment in Texas is successful for Time Warner. And there's a new series from the Sci-Fi Channel that combines the passive entertainment of television with the active gameplay of an MMO. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes, but first, back to you guys.
All right, still ahead, Chris Gore is in the house. Yo.
Yeah!
To give us his snarky opinion on today's new DVD releases. Semi-Pro, Meet the Spartans, and the Joy Division documentary Control.
That's Chris screaming his own name over there. I'm pretty sure.
He's like, yeah, Gore! I rock! I'm totally awesome!
Keep saying it!
You are, Gore.
All right, guys.
We love you, Chris.
Plus, in web tools, we'll show off USA.com, a web app that helps you store, organize, and share your media with fireworks.
And it was just revealed that Apple is the #2 smartphone maker in the world, but we're going to find out who's number 1 in the feed.
Which one's number 1?
Oh! Watch as the virtual audience weighs in. Stay tuned. Which one's
Number 1.
Apple's number 2.
The future of gaming is online, and we're all gonna get screwed. Adam vs. Adam starts in 60 seconds.
Netflix.
As consoles incorporate more and more online capabilities, downloading games will eventually be the standard, which means DRM and the possibility of losing your entire game library in the event of a system failure. Look what happened to Microsoft Music customers when that company capriciously stopped supporting its licensed key server. But downloads will help lower the cost of games, and with no packaging, they're better for the environment. I bet you have nightmares about Skynet too, don't you? You won't be so smug when you're clawing at the door to my bomb shelter. I have my own strategy in the event of a robot uprising. Oh, which is? sell out all my friends, and beg mercy my new metallic overlords. I'm Adam Sessler, and no matter what the future holds, I won't be happy.
Intended here in Hollywood, Apple.
The Feed with Layla Kaylee.
Hey guys, welcome back. Let's get right to it. Everyone's excited to see if the new 3G iPhone will be announced at the Worldwide Developers Conference next Tuesday. But meanwhile, Apple only rates second place in the smartphone market. The release of the iPhone last year suddenly made Apple one of the top smartphone vendors, but they still can't beat RIM's BlackBerry numbers. Consumers prefer BlackBerry's 2-to-1 over the iPhone. In fact, Apple's market share dropped in the first quarter of this year, which could be a result of people still resisting the virtual keyboard or the fact the iPhone inventory has been scarce in the last month. We'll see how those numbers look after June 9th. We talked about this back in January, but now metered internet is a reality. Well, it is if you live in Beaumont, Texas and use Time Warner Cable. The cable giant, which is a competitor of G4's parent company Comcast, will be testing a system where subscribers who go over a set limit will be charged $1 per gigabyte for every gigabyte they go over. The program is a way for cable companies to limit the use of peer-to-peer applications and charge P2P users extra for clogging up the tubes. That's not cool. Many of you are familiar with the music of Boston, mostly because you like to play a lot of rock bands. Now, Boston just named a new lead singer that they found on MySpace. Tommy DiCarlo is a credit manager at a Home Depot in North Carolina, or rather was, since now he'll be touring with Boston. After lead singer Brad Delp committed suicide last year, DiCarlo uploaded MP3s of himself singing Boston songs as a tribute to his MySpace page. The band heard them and thought he sounded so much like Delp that they hired him as a replacement. Very sweet. If you thought the movie Fanboys would never see the light of day, think again. The Weinstein Company brought back original director Carl Newman to create a final cut of the film. There was a controversy stemming from a storyline that the Weinsteins cut from the film. A main character had cancer and wanted to see The Phantom Menace before he died. Real-life fanboys threatened to boycott the film if it wasn't restored. No news on which cut will win in the end or a release date, but we'll keep you posted. And finally, the Sci-Fi Channel is trying to go where no one has gone before. They want to merge a television series with an MMO. This is really cool. Massively multiplayer online games like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy are starting to hit the mainstream, and Sci-Fi wants to take advantage of the trend. Fans of the TV series who play the game will find that their actions have an effect on the storyline of the show. Sci-Fi won't give any hints on the title and storyline just yet, except that it will be set 80 to 100 years in Earth's future. More details will be given at this year's Comic-Con, so stay tuned to G4 because we'll have complete coverage of the event. All right, guys, that's it for today, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Stay tuned to G4 all day and look for the feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. We'll have all the news you need to know as it happens. I'm Layla Kaylee, and you've just been fed.
All right, thanks, Layla. Now it's time to check in with you, our virtual audience.
That's right, guys. It's powered by Stickcam. Woo! Now, as you guys just heard in the feed, the Sci-Fi Network is creating a new TV show that viewers can play along with at home using a companion MMO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
All right, well, let's talk to somebody. Who are we going to talk with first?
Let's talk to Big R, Texas. Or Bigger Texas?
Bigger Texas.
Talk to Tex.
Bigger Texas. All right, do you guys, so Bigger Texas, do you like the idea of playing in the world of a television show?
No.
I agree.
But Big R, how do you really feel about it? Wait, doesn't it excite you to be able to watch a show and then like a battle's taking place and you might be able to vault in and play a role in that battle?
No, it would suck.
Why though?
Yeah.
Fantastic, thanks, Bigger Texas.
I get it. It's like you're, and then
I don't get it at all. I think that could be awesome. I'm going to talk to Professor K about this.
You're pretty limited when you're doing it, and
DJ Professor K. Let's say, look, who doesn't like to play Halo or Battlefield? Now, if you're watching a show like you're watching a band of brothers, wouldn't you like to hop in and play one of those battles?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Okay, but how like what if you can only be limited? What if it's like, I mean, how much can you do? What if it's like, hey, you get to go in and you get to do this, but you can't do this, and you're not really in the show?
Was that? I don't know that that's the case, though.
Well, I don't know. What is the case is my question.
Like, the case is, DJ Professor, you play games online?
Yeah.
All right, what games do you play? What, do you play, like, shooters?
Yeah.
Wait, give me a game.
Really, I'm playing WoW right now.
Oh, you're playing WoW. All right, that's the end of that conversation. Let's move on. No, it's cool. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, let's go on to get the guy with the mic. Yes.
Zane Savage.
All right, Zane Savage, I want to ask you. What's going on? Hey.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, when you can take advantage of, you know, like all the WoW players in the world, everybody and my cousin play WoW, and I think it's a great idea to, you know, take advantage of that audience.
Well, if it's cool, something like Battlestar Galactica, that'd be cool to like be inside all those.
That's kind of, I think, where it's leaning.
Okay, but well, first of all, thanks for getting the awesome mic, because now we can hear you so well.
You have nicer quality microphones than we have. That's fantastic.
Well, is there any other show that you can think of that you'd want that you think should have an MMO?
I think they should kind of test this out first before they push it into any of their shows. You know, you got to see how it goes first before you start developing more shows and more shows. So I think they should take it one step at a time. We'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, I think it's a slippery slope. It's tough because it's hard enough to develop a solid MMO game on its own. Yeah. It's hard enough to develop a TV show on its own, as we know. But combining those two things and making them both awesome, it's gonna be very tough.
All right, so we want to move on to the J-Man.
I'm sorry, I saw his hat. I had to click and drag it. It was so much fun. J-Man. A recent study just came out that says handheld users actually prefer the BlackBerry to the iPhone by a margin of 2 to 1. So we'll go to you, J-Man. If you had to choose a difference, which device would you go with?
I would definitely go for the BlackBerry because, it's got cool features and everything. I mean, sure, the iPhone's got like 3G, but I mean, who gives a crap about that? For me, it's BlackBerry all the way.
Yeah, who gives a crap, J-Man?
Yeah.
BlackBerry all the way.
No, the screen is so awesome when you touch it, it does nothing. Yeah, I get it. It's cool.
Not, but who cares about that? Well, you guys, I can now text with my eyes closed because there's feedback on the freaking iPhone. There's no feedback.
All right, let's go to Davinator. Davinator, are you there?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. I'm curious. Where do you fall on this BlackBerry iPhone issue? Do you have a favorite?
Well, I don't really think it's necessary to get like a phone with all those, bells and whistles when you can just get something like a really nice computer that's got all that stuff already.
Yeah, I like it. I like that. That makes sense.
It's not getting anybody laid, though. You gotta have the newest, coolest.
Your iPhone gets you laid?
It's all I have. That's all.
That is ridiculous.
There was like a period of like 3 days where no one else had that phone. I'd take it out on the bar and be like, hey.
No.
Do you see that, ladies? I got nothing else to offer you.
You bring your headshot around.
I can't satisfy you at all,
it's
but
your
you
iPhone
can pinch and pull my photos all night long.
And they're just pictures of you on set. Oh, that's just me.
That's just me doing a big deal on TV. Maybe you've seen it. Oh, you haven't? Okay. No, it's really, we're a network on TV. I'll explain it later. Thanks, virtual audience.
All right, thanks, guys.
You guys rated high on our meters today. I like that. That was fun.
I liked them. Unlike last week when they thought that Chris was you.
I was not here for that, sorry.
This is Kevin.
Hi, everybody. I'm here.
Kevin.
I'll be on the rewind as well.
All right, guys.
Look for the stash.
For us to pass judgment on something else. Now, there is a lot of noise and clutter on the tubes right now.
Yeah, so today we'll show you a site that will actually help you streamline all of your videos and photos. Get ready for syndication, my friends. It's WebTools. All right, you've got your Facebook page, your YouTube channel, your Picasa and Flickr accounts. Aren't you getting tired of going to all these sites one by one just to update some media? Well, now there's a one-stop solution at USA.com. A web application that helps you store, organize, and share all your pics, videos, and music with the online world. Oh, and by the way, it's free. USA Beta works on all Mac and PC browsers with Flash installed, and there's no downloading required. So all you have to do is sign up, and you're good to go. First, go to your account page. Once you're there, you can upload, organize, and publish your files. You get 2 gigs of storage space, and you can upload multiple files at the same time using a simple drag-and-drop interface. The coolest feature is that you can update all of your other sites by clicking on the Connect button. It will then sync up all of your pics and videos so that any changes you make in your USA folder will reflect in your other accounts as well. And if that's not enough, the site also lets you share your media with other users. Just click on the share icon and you can set your preference to either private, public, or password only. You can also link, embed, and email your files to any blog or website. And for you internet broadcasters, you can also publish your audio files as podcasts or into RSS feeds. So if you're looking for one application to handle all of your web media at once, check out USA.com and you'll have more time to waste elsewhere. Hey, WebTools, thanks for improving the internet.
Thanks for improving it.
Let's go over to Olivia, who's ready to pass judgment on some DVDs.
That's right. Now, we may never know who the Democratic presidential candidate is, but we will always know when it's DVD Tuesday. Go ahead. You were doing it earlier.
That's right. Yeah, I'm officially announcing that I'm not running. I'm not running.
No, he's not
Gore
running,
is not going to be running in the next election.
Yes, but maybe next time. 4 more years. 4 years you'll be there. Now, you guys, this is the only man in the country that went to see Sex and the City this weekend, right? Mrs. Chris Gore over here, our movie expert.
That's great. Whoever wrote that joke.
Did you cry the whole time?
No, I have not seen it.
Go tell your girlfriend, bring Cosmos.
I'm waiting for the DVD. I can't wait for the DVD, so the fast forward button will be right there.
No, you will watch. Okay, so what's up first, speaking of DVDs?
We have Semi-Pro, which is, of course, the Will Ferrell basketball thing.
Yeah. Now, I want to ask you, because this is the third sports movie where Will Ferrell has played a sports hero underdog, you know. So, there's Talladega Nights, Blades of Glory. How is Semi-Pro different, in your opinion, than the rest of them?
I'll tell you exactly how it's different. It's basketball, and that's pretty much the only difference. It's the same character. He's sort of this overconfident and completely unaware of his own douchebagginess. So
the character.
The character, yeah, not Will. So, but what is fun about it is it actually is about the ABA, the early ABA, which was sort of the sort of hipster basketball league in the 70s.
The NBA.
Exactly, before they merged, and they invented the three-point shot. So there's some funny aspects to it, but I got to say, it's just tired.
Well, are there great extras? The movie is one thing, but the extras.
Right. The movie, I would just say, not worth it. The extras are some interesting things on the extras. There's a documentary about the ABA. There's a little mini documentary about casting the extras in it because they actually had to play basketball. So there's some, there's of course a mountain of deleted scenes where Will Ferrell's just, mouthing stuff off the top of his head. But
So your opinion on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, you can tell I'm kind of not enthusiastic, really, because I feel like I've seen this movie done better in Talladega Nights.
Okay.
I thought Blades of Glory was one.
Which one was?
Yeah,
so
Talladega Nights is the best.
Buy Talladega Nights.
Buy Talladega Nights, rent Blades of Glory, and pass on Semi-Pro.
All right, now what's up next?
Next
is it a documentary?
No, well actually, Control is a biopic of Ian Curtis from Joy Division.
All right,
the band Joy Division.
Now, I want to ask you, do you have to be a fan of Joy Division to enjoy this movie or to get it or to love it?
I mean, everybody should be a fan. We all know that song, Love Will Tear Us Apart. I mean, it's a classic song, and it's one of those great biopics that kind of breaks the mold. It's shot in black and white, and the style of it is really focusing on just more of a realistic approach to this. And Ian Curtis, of course, tragically killed himself before then Joy Division, which they got their name off of. It was the German division of women forced into prostitution that would service the German soldiers in World War II.
Wow.
The Joy Division.
Did he leave a letter when he killed himself?
He left a lot of letters, yes. But he did leave a letter, he killed himself, hung himself, and then the band went on to become New Order, which, of course, Blue Monday. You've danced to it. I've seen you. It's awesome.
Now, I want to ask you about the director Anton Corbijn. He knew the band's frontman and Ian Curtis.
Right.
You knew him pretty well. So how does this, help him give insight to the film? Do you actually see a lot of that?
Well, I mean, you do see that. I mean, in fact, he put together a band that's probably the best. I mean, he cast actors first, but these guys learned to play the instruments. They're probably the best Joy Division covered band you'll ever see, including the actor who played Ian Curtis. And he really, I mean, the commentary is great because he really goes into, when they had extras come to watch the band, they would get fans. And they were so critical. The band was nervous as they're playing because they were critical. They're seeing with real Joy Division fans.
So your verdict on this one?
Verdict on this is buy it if you're a fan of Joy Division. If not a fan, it is a great music film. And there's a documentary that's coming out also about Joy Division.
Okay.
Separate film, just Joy Division.
We'll review that one later.
Right.
And finally, you have...
Oh, yes, Meet the Spartans.
All right. Now, we had this on the show yesterday. Now, not many people find these parody movies funny anymore, but this one opened up huge. They all opened up huge, so that's the reason why they're being made, right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is these movies make money, and, I don't know, I'm a fan of parody movies. I mean, I made a parody feature film,
But isn't it the same as, like, when you're saying with Will Ferrell, they do the same joke over and over?
Well, I don't know. I happen to like the humor in Meet the Spartans. It's sort of a good mix of horrible, toilet humor, which is always necessary, and then geeky humor, too, where they're making jokes about, like, blue screen and special effects, sort of the nerdy stuff that I like.
All right. So, I mean, is this a great movie? Should you be...
Look, it's not...
Should you be buying it?
It's not great from the standpoint of being a great film. Is it a fun comedy that you feel like you won't have wasted your time? I would say yes.
Would you be embarrassed to tell your friends, oh, last night I was watching Meet the Spartans and was up all night?
I would be embarrassed only if I didn't say that I was drinking heavily while watching it, which, of course, always makes it funnier.
Yes, it does make it funnier.
Yeah.
All right, so your bottom line on that was...
Rent it.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have a good time.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Chris. And
Thank
you guys visit filmthreat.com for more movie info. Still ahead, Blair Butler is here to review the latest comics and fresh ink. You'll want to stick around for that, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Today, she's looking at the new Buffy comic from a Lost writer. And then today's Break Moments of De-Evolution proves that women can be just as dumb as men.
Yes, they can.
Watch the lady lights a firecracker in her ass. What's that? Stupid.
The feed is presented by ITT, providing you a place to prepare for your digital future. For details about ITT Technical Institute, go to itttech.edu.
I always took every...
Welcome back, everybody. With me is our resident comic book lady, Blair Butler.
Oh, thank you so much.
Comic book lady.
Hello.
That's what they call you.
I'm a comic book lady.
What mint condition wonders do you have for us today, Blair?
Well, how about a gory comic that shows you how to rappel down a mountain using a Yeti's intestines while they are still attached to the Yeti? Delicious.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
All right, great. Then here's some fresh ink.
Sweet.
This week on Fresh Ink, we've got a bloody good villain, hot Slayer on Slayer action, and a contemporary classic that's a shiny new re-release. First up, my favorite miniseries to spin out of DC's long-ass 52 event. It's Black Adam, The Dark Age. In The Dark Age, the villainous Black Adam rips his way across the DC universe in a gory quest to resurrect his beloved wife, who happens to be very dead and crumbling. Along the way, he disembowels a Yeti, eviscerates a band of mercenaries, and beats the cookies out of Hawkman. And you'll find yourself rooting for the bad guy the entire time. Great story, great art, and a tragic ending that proves even the blackest heart can be broken. Up next, Buffy's back, and this time, it's all about faith. In Buffy the Vampire Slayer, No Future for You. Acclaimed writer Brian K. Vaughan shifts the focus of Buffy Season 8 away from our blonde heroine to bad girl Faith, who finds herself forced to stop hunting vampires and start hunting other slayers. Faith lives in a sad, painful, and lonely world, and by the time she squares off against Buffy, you'll find your sympathies may have shifted to the dark side. Bottom line, if you're a Buffy fan, this is an absolute must-buy. And finally, a contemporary classic gets a glossy omnibus for those who missed Starman the first time around. When James Robinson's Starman first hit shelves back in 1994, readers and critics went wild for his tale of a reluctant superhero forced to take up the Starman mantle when his brother, the classic costume Starman, is murdered. Robinson's modern take on a Golden Age hero was clearly a harbinger of things to come. You can see Starman's influence in dozens of titles today. So if you never got to read it the first time around, this omnibus is well worth checking out. Starman, Slayers, and Black Adam. It's a damn good week to be reading comics.
Yeah, look, we have 3 solid choices.
Yeah.
What's the huge deal about the writer of the Buffy comic, though?
Okay, well, Brian K. Vaughan is the guy that wrote No Future for You, and he's, of course, the guy who wrote the modern comic book classic, Why the Last Man.
That's right.
But he is also a writer for Lost, wrote one of the best episodes this season, the Ben Linus episode, and his next big project is writing the film adaptation of his Marvel comic, Runaways, for Marvel Studios. So this is going to be like a follow-up to, like, you know, Iron Man, Hulk, Avengers, Runaways. So the guy's going places.
Buy
it's
some
very
BKB
cool.
stock is what you're
Exactly.
saying. Very cool.
And check out the Buffy book. It's good.
Blair, thank you so much for that.
My pleasure.
Folks, let's go over to Olivia. She's actually poised for an attack.
Okay, guys, from comics to toys.
It's about that time.
What time is that?
I'm glad you asked. It's time for us to lift the lid off the internet's pool filter.
That's right, there's more than bugs and dead frogs in there. It's time for Break Moments in De-Evolution.
Harry. Getting us started today on our weekly tour of the unemployable, we catch up with a young lady who likes bottle rockets. I'm okay with that.
Well,
you know,
let's
chicks into bottle rockets?
Yeah, I agree. But I just want to be clear with the audience. She likes them in her ass.
So he's like smart enough to be like, yeah, it is.
Their pants down productions. Their pants down productions.
Who is that guy? Pants Down Productions.
We're gonna make millions.
Loser.
I saw the flash and the rocket disappeared.
And
Just saying. Strong.
All right. So, have you ever heard the term Coke bottle?
Yes.
Maybe that's why it disappeared.
There we go.
No.
Look who connected the dots, everybody. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So, Kevin, in honor of low-rent ladies everywhere like this one, the rating
come
system.
on.
What?
That was an
low rent.
elegant tattoo.
Low
That
rent.
might have been Old English
Low
across it. I
rent.
couldn't tell, but.
So if you have it, you should go get it, burned off. So the system this week is mom with tramp stamps.
Oh.
So how many out of 5 we giving this classy broad?
Well, thanks to the Coke bottle, 4 out of 5. Let's see. She deserves it.
Ouch. Do you think next week graphics can look like Coke bottle,
I think they can.
Wonder what they can do with that. All right, guys, our next contestant makes a very crappy cowboy.
Well, he's not even a good rodeo clown, to be fair.
No.
Oh, no. Okay, shot. Shot. Kommer på mig efter, ja. Oj, helvete! Helvete! Kolla långt.
I don't even know what they're doing.
I don't know, but he's got a Coke bottle now, too. I'm telling you. After a fall like that, something ripped. It's stick to mutton busting. You ever seen mutton busting?
No.
There's no light at the end of this tunnel, but I'll tell you. So
mutton
it's where they get like young kids and put them on sheep, and then they slap the sheep, and then they do it at rodeos.
What?
It's like little kids riding sheep. You guys know what I'm talking about? No?
Can they hold on to something?
Yeah, the wool. That's all you need.
We need to do that.
That's what I'm saying. I still want to catch a greased pig. They said they were
Kevin
gonna.
wants to catch a greased pig.
I want a greased pig in the studio and a triangle bell, and I want you to yell "Suey!" and I want to try to catch a greased pig. Is that too much to ask for?
No. When I get back.
Okay.
When I get back, we'll
All
do
right,
that.
Good. How many moms with awesome tramp stamps are we giving this video, Olivia?
Well, it wasn't as great as last one, but I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5.
Okay, that's
3
fair.
out of 5.
That is fair. He did get hurt.
Ouch. So that's when people get
A
hurt.
horse was harmed. All right, our final cautionary tale about the dangers of morons breeding involves a motorcycle.
That's right, Kevin. A motorcycle, an idiot, and a dream. Why do they ever think that would work?
I don't know. I don't know. But it's full helmet plus a pair of Arabian goggles now, so that motorcycle rider is totally protected.
All right, so how many moms with tramp stamps for this one?
5 out of 5.
That's gotta be 5 out of 5.
Ouch. We'd like to, of course, thank all of our future Darwin Award winners that we featured today. Thank you guys for that.
There will be more break moments in de-evolution next week for those of you that don't blow yourselves to hell before then.
Any all-star of de-evolution. Our own concession speech up next, folks. Stick around. What are you doing?
If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life. If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life. You know you can start on summer.
Out of all the old school WWF wrestlers you used to watch back in the day, which one could you impersonate the most?
Well, I don't know any of them, so
King Kong Bundy.
What's that one?
Just for his power dumps. No, that was Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant used to have a separate hotel room to go to the restroom in.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. So he wouldn't destroy the room that he was sleeping in. But there's Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a...
The big 2x4 and the tongue hanging out.
Name some more.
Roddy Piper was up there.
What did that one do?
What about the Warrior? Roddy Piper, he had the kilt. He was known for the kilt.
Okay, but which
Ultimate
one
Warrior.
is your best one?
He would wear the bands that hung up his arm. He would put his arms up like this, and he'd be all roided out. And he'd say weird stuff about like, once the spirits drink the Go-Gurt, they're gonna run wild through your town and piss on your teepees. And you're like, what? Dude,
so which
shut
one
up.
Is you?
Makes no sense. I'm none of them. I'm Mr. Fuji. I'm Yokozuna's manager. Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS, we've got the Uber Clock Gaming PC and Gadget Prawn. If you want a customized processor and video card, this might just be the thing for you.
Then in Sex and the Streets, Anna David is in the Big Apple answering everyone and anyone's question about sex. We'll find out the answer to that age-old question, why do girls say they like nice guys, but always date D-bags?
Because girls are filthy, lying. Tune in to find out. Then on Thursday in The Loop, we're going to talk to porn star, adult film star. I keep telling them that. It's not porno. No.
If you don't what?
Joanna Angel about Erotica LA and the state of the porn industry. It's kind of like when the president does the State of the Nation, only a little easier on the eyes, and a little more bruised.
Oh, if you don't. Go to g4tv.com/AOTS for all things you saw today and
What was that? X-Play's up next, everybody. What was that?
It's not porno if
you
you
got something in
don't.
your mouth? You all right?